All right, Miss Angela, it was your first day out. You just came from field training last week. You started your day at 8:30 a.m. You listened to the call. Oh, no, 9 a.m.
It
Sorry.
was 9.
National call. And then tell me what time you got to your first house. Tell me like what the day looked like.
Okay. So yeah, I knew we had to do the call. And so I kind of like prepped where I was going to go, the whole route and everything ahead of time because I knew listen to the call, but first take the kids to school, listen to the call, and then kind of like before the call was over, I was already on the road. So I already knew like where I needed to be. So I could kind of like gauge, all right, there's 10 minutes left of the call. It's going to take me 10 minutes to get there. So
Mm,
by the time the call's over, I'm already at my first house.
excellent.
So being the first day, I don't know, I was kind of nervous and
What
like,
part was nervous?
I think just getting up to the house
Okay.
myself
Okay.
and like feeling like I was going to fumble my words and just so I kind of was in the car just like practicing like what I was going to do when I got to the door.
Good.
So, but the first door was a no show. No, like nobody answered. So, I mean, I kind of figured like after, three knocks, if nobody answers, you got to move on. You know what I mean?
All right, so stop right there. Did you call them?
I didn't.
Okay, so you didn't call them, and then did you leave a delivery notice?
I don't have any of
Okay,
those.
so didn't
Okay.
call, no delivery notices.
No.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Did you update your Naka Pro with the notes?
I did.
Good job.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, I did. So I thought again, like whatever happens if anybody doesn't answer. So I already had that kind of in plan. Like you can color coordinate it and everything. So people that don't answer the door, I can circle back around. Like tomorrow, I can
Good.
do kind of like that same kind of route, except for I can take in new leads, but hit those other houses that I knocked today, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. Great job. So it took you probably like just maybe a minute or two, couple minutes, update your Naka Pro, and then
Mhm.
what was the time in between that house and the next house?
Probably about like maybe 10 minutes because
Okay.
I kind of had to, like not just be right in front of their house. I had to go down the road a little bit and then um, write some notes, make sure everything was right, and then just move on to the next one.
Okay. Then you went to the next one, and then what?
And then it was kind of like, well, everything was already in place.
Oh, okay. So
Everything.
you knocked on the door, you did your door approach.
Mhm.
Okay. And did she give you an objection?
Yes.
What was the
Well, everything was already taken care of. She
okay?
already had her benefits.
Give me your door approach.
Okay, so knock, knock, knock.
Hey.
Hi, Miss Johnson. I am so sorry to catch you off guard. I'm Angela with Senior Benefits, and I noticed that you um, we got your card in the mail
Okay.
about your 2025 Senior Benefits, and then I show them the lead and say, "Is this your signature?"
Okay.
Yes, but that's where it stopped.
What?
Where she was like, "I don't remember doing that. I don't
Okay.
remember
Okay.
filling that out,"
Okay.
and so I'm like, well, this is the right house. This is your name.
Good.
This is your address, and this is your signature. And it was kind of like, well, I don't remember doing that. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm here. I'm here.
Good.
So I can help you if I can. And then just kind of went through the whole spiel and
Your
just
spiel.
asking her questions about, um, her benefits and like what she has, like Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, all the kind of things. And if she had a moment to actually for me to actually sit down with
Okay.
her. So
And how'd that go?
it went okay. She actually came out to the porch to me because her
Okay.
dog was barking. And she was worried about that. And I said, "Oh, I'm fine with animals." And she was like, "No, it's part Chihuahua, so it's probably going to bite you." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Art. Yeah.
So yeah. So anyway, so she came outside, but and then I kind of had to improvise, and so get my iPad out and just kind of like do it on the fly.
Okay. All right. How
Yeah.
was that transition? So she's like, well, that's not my signature or not my signature. Can't remember filling it out. And then she stepped outside. You guys talked about the dog. And then how did you transition? Did you start asking about like connecting, or did you just kind of jump right on into the presentation and showed her your license and then the BBB and stuff?
Yeah, well, I think before she even stepped outside with me, I already connected. So I already showed her like who I was. I already kind of like, showed her all the things like the BB&T and like and my license and kind of talked about, her area where she lives and kind of started already made that kind of connection.
Okay. And then she steps outside
And
and then
then she stepped outside because she didn't want me to come in the house.
yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I kind of, started that conversation, just trying to make it feel like I'm a friend,
Uh-huh.
you know.
And
And
then,
then that's when she kind of was like, okay. And then that's where she stepped aside, and that's where I can kind of like roll with it. And then she just talked to me like she already knew me. And then that's where we kind of jumped in, and and I kind of explained what we do,
okay.
who I work for, what we do, what we
What do we
specialize. Mhm.
what do we do?
Oh, what we specialize in, like those areas that we specialize in,
Yep.
and we're well, just because you have Medicare or Medicaid, we fill in the gaps where they fall short,
Good.
right?
How do we
And
do
so the vision, the dental, the prescriptions, the hearing, and then the living benefits
good?
as well. So I went through all of that with her. And then she was like, well, the dental, well, actually, and that's where she went into the, how much she's paying right now out of pocket for her dental. And so, I let her know what we have to offer, as benefit what we have. And, showed her like the card that the website that you can go to and things like
Okay.
that. So um,
Then what?
and then with her prescriptions as well, she's not paying any more than she's paying, just paying like $0 to $5, $10 per
You get like
prescription.
her whole list of prescriptions.
She only told me she took a blood thinner. That was it.
Okay. Did you tell her to
So,
go grab her prescriptions?
um, well, I should have.
Okay. All right.
I probably should have. I probably should have. She kind of just she brushed through that. That's what she was taking, and then she was like, "And I see my doctor," and
Good.
then she went on how about her health and then how she sees her doctor regularly, and she's et cetera, stuff like that.
Good.
Um, and so she told me like what doctor she goes to, and then for her prescriptions.
So it sounds like you guys definitely established trust because she was giving you pretty personal information. Great job. How did you transition to step four?
Well, that's where I asked her. So all those things are what we take care of, as well as what we transition into is your living benefits, right? So what we take care of were, the prescriptions, the dental, the vision, the hearing, as well as our final expense. So, how do you foresee it? Like, what do you have in plan for that? Because
Got it.
so kind of indigo in that, and that's where she went into talking about how she already has a whole life policy.
And what did you say when she said that?
And I said, oh, okay, well, and who is that with? She mentioned the name, but she said she has it through her work.
Okay.
And I said, oh, okay. And she said because she worked for the school,
Okay.
and that so she has great benefits with the school. And then I did explain to her, the differences between the term, the whole, the universal,
Okay.
because
Good.
we just need to wrap all that up and to
Throw that
figure
on
out
the
like
iPad.
what
Yep.
what she has, and educate her
Good.
like
Yep.
that. Um,
When she was like,
but
"Oh, I got my stuff through work," then what happened?
and I don't know, like she said that, and then she kept saying like, "I'm good." I'm good. And yeah, and I'm like, okay. And I started kind of like, I don't want to over exaggerate the fact that I wanted to dig into it, but she
Okay.
kind of kept like, and then my husband was in the Navy. So she kind of like went from that conversation and like diverted it
Okay.
to talking about something else.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to listen to what she was talking about because her husband passed, and then she was talking about what she has through the Navy and what he has, and all the things, and that she does have great benefits where from where she used to work.
Huh?
So, but and now in passing and talking to Katie and reiterating the whole situation after those, well, I'm good. Well, yeah, I have everything taken care of. I already have it with this company. I should have stopped and said, you know what? That is wonderful. And you know what we can do for you is go over that policy. We can go ahead and make sure that everything is taken care of, you know, and that we can make sure that one, just make sure what you have, what benefits you have. You know, what coverage do you have? Is it going to expire? Because sometimes people don't know. They think they have one thing, but they wind up, we call the carrier and they have something else. And then you're stuck with now you're this age and your 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 policy is going to be ending soon. And
Right.
then you have to try to apply and you might not have qualify.
Right.
I should have like put the urgency on asking for the policy.
Okay. All right.
So I think that's where the relationship and the trust and the connection that can kind of deter someone from proceeding further because you feel like I trust her that she's telling the truth. I trust her that she's got everything taken care of.
Okay.
So in hindsight, now I know that even though like we get along, we have this connection, we have this relationship, I know what she needs when it comes to like her dental, things like that. When it comes to her final expenses
Okay.
and what policy she has, I should have like dug deeper and actually like been assertive more and spoken up and said, can you go grab that policy so I can go ahead and we can, take a look at that and we
So I already know in a nutshell. And I'm going to end in 5 minutes. And I'll tell you why. The reason why
Mhm.
I'm going to end in 5 minutes is because I want you to get used to quick coaching calls. I want you to get used to that versus 30 minutes, 1 hour, because I want to do this again tomorrow. So whether it's with me, whether it's with Katie, but I want you to get used to doing these very quickly. And the reason being, like I said, if I go an hour, every time we get on the Zoom, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is wrong. Okay.
Right.
It's gonna start allowing you to tell me what you really need to say and allow us to not overwhelm you with, oh, well, let me tell you all the things that you need to do differently tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
It allows us to kind of pinpoint in your presentation that you did have. Now, what can we tweak? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be
Okay.
fucking amazing, by the way. Let me tell you why. Um,
Oh,
you're going to be amazing. And the reason why I know that is because you're phenomenal with your time management. Phenomenal with your time management. Where you dropped off your kids, you already were structured around the call saying, I know I got to get to my first house right after the call. That is probably, I've already said this, that's the number one thing new agents struggle with is time management. And number two is time in a home. So if you are already being aware of, okay, well, I'm going to let this connection go a little bit more. I'm going to let her talk about her husband. This is great. It's allowing us to connect. But I know when I need to kind of interrupt because she might be talking too much. Here we go. Take notes on just a couple of these things. Ready? Number
mm-hmm.
one, I'm so glad that you were prepared. AKA, you knew exactly where you're going. You had your Naka Pro, your route already ready to go. You've already been, in my opinion, really good with technology because you knew how to color cord or color coordinate when it
Right.
comes to I need to circle back around. You change the
Mm-hmm.
icon. That's like above average stuff for a brand new agent. So great job on that one. Here's a
Thank you.
couple things that we need to establish. We got to get you a delivery notice. I don't know if I have any more. Okay, this is what I can do is I can actually tell Chris because it's going to be a lot faster if Chris actually sends you. We have like a new agent package that we send out.
Okay.
But we send it out when you get like when you make your first sale. So I'm going to have her like try and send it out tomorrow if she can. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
So that means that you got to make your first sale tomorrow. Okay. And there's going to be delivery notices in there. Next is, did you do call heads?
I need to.
Ah,
I
okay.
think I was. I
Write this
think
down. Do call heads.
okay.
And the new updated one is in the agent dashboard where it's a little bit, it's condensed, but then also it's got, hey, I'm going to circle around at that gas station, grab a drink, grab a Coke for myself. Which one would you like?
Okay. Got it.
Um, I think what I know, it's not something you struggle with. It's not even a weakness of yours. It is
Mm-hmm.
just simply, um, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a skill set that's just not been developed yet, honestly. And I'll tell you what it is in a moment. So we need to get delivery notices. I'm going to send that, tell Chris to send that out in the mail tomorrow. Next, I want you to go to the call ahead on the agent dashboard to NASB sales tools. Click that. Go to
Okay.
the call ahead, make sure you've got the downloaded script, which I think you do. Then you also have the downloaded script for the door approach. Go a little bit lower. It's got some objections on there. And then I want you to watch the video of Jessica. She's at the door, and I'm
Hmm.
giving her objection after objection after objection after objection. Okay.
Okay.
So watch that video. It's legit about a minute and a half long. That's it. And just watch it over and over and over again. Okay. Da-da-da. I'm fine with the 10 minutes to the next house. We want to try our best to go to at least like 5 to 10 minutes. So that was good. I'm not going to say, hey, at every single door, go do the tea. I do want you to start conquering that. That was a big fear of mine was neighbor knocking. Big fear. Neighbor knocking. And
Okay.
because here's the deal is every lead can lead you to a free lead, which means, okay, look around. You're coming in at the best season because people are going to be on their porch. People are going to be having a great time, talking to their
Hmm.
buddies. And
Hmm.
what I want you to do is get lost in the sauce. Get lost in the sauce. There's a YouTube video I just released, Doors to Deals, where it teaches you, hey, call ahead script, but then also at the door, you can actually get lost. Hey, I'm trying to find, I actually just saw Miss Johnson. Is everything okay with her?
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
I know you already see her birthday, so you can already judge, okay, yeah, she's probably 75 years young. Is everything okay, Miss Johnson? I was just at her door. I'm her benefits coordinator. She sent me out here to go over her benefits and her entitlements. Is she everything okay? And they're like, yeah, she's at work. Oh, okay, great. Because the number I have on file right now is 91 blah blah blah. Is that her
Hmm.
number? They're like, yep, that's her number. Okay, great. Thank you so much. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name's Ashley Khalil. I'm the benefits coordinator. Hey, listen, I can go check my database and
Hmm.
see if we have actually sent you information from North American Senior Benefits to see if
Hmm.
you get some entitlements. Let me go check the system. Okay, when I say go check the system, if they look like a senior and
Hmm.
or the neighbor of the lead, 99.9% of the time we sent them something in the mail that they threw away. Cool.
Ah, okay.
So
Okay.
I
Hmm.
can send you what's called it's a blank lead, and all you have to do is just put their name on it and just say, what was your name again, so I can check my database. Let's say it's Jack Johnson. Bam, put Jack Johnson. You got his address, 12345, whatever the address is, and say, yeah, we actually sent you a card, by the way, Jack. You just never filled it out. Be honest.
Oh, okay.
Never filled it out, Jack. No worries. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to check you off the list. It should just take just a few minutes.
Okay. Got
Okay.
it.
Next. You don't have to do it tomorrow or whatever, but if you've got bag chairs, put them in the back of your truck. Two bag chairs. Like pull out bag
I
chairs.
do.
Okay.
Hmm.
Make sure you
Yep.
pack those rascals. Make sure
Okay. Got
also you don't have to do it tomorrow, but if you want to like kind of pre-stuff 5 folders a day that have like it's almost like your office on wheels.
it. Okay.
Have some of those things. Print off some value sheets. Have a couple of folders, Walmart red folders, yellow folders. I say, in my opinion, once you start getting a lot of commissions coming in, hey, go ahead and spend, less than $100 to get, 50 folders of your beautiful face on the front of the folder. Okay.
Okay.
Next, I want you to learn how to be smooth hand Luke, cool hand Luke, or Luca. Okay. Be cool hand Luca, right?
Okay.
Where the skill set that I want you to start developing is this assumptive. It's not the art of negotiation, but it would probably be called that. So on YouTube at some point, tonight, tomorrow, start kind of researching the art of negotiation. The art, it's not the art of connecting, it's legit the words that you're using and it's almost like learning how to direct somebody. For example, at the door, we're giving them a direction.
Hmm.
Very end of that door approach, we say, great, would you like for me to leave my shoes on or off? It's a question, but it's also a direction. So I'm telling them, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. And
Hmm.
he who asks the questions is in control, but also he who is leading and guiding is also in control too. All right. Um,
Hmm.
I need you to study transition to step 4. Really good. We don't ask a senior when we get to transition to step 4. We don't say, great, well, now that we helped you with your prescriptions, your vision, hearing, your dental, next up is your final expenses. Who do you have? We don't do that. I want you to go back to my YouTube video. It's like maybe 5 minutes long, step 4. And
Hmm.
that is the hardest part of the presentation is that one. Because naturally, your body wants to say, well, what do you have for your life insurance? It's very natural. And guess what they're always going to say? I'm good. They're always going to tell you that. If you ever get that objection, it is simply because you did not do step 4 correctly. If you do step 4 correctly, you'll never get again, ever, I'm good. Because what you're establishing is doubt and urgency in step number four. They like you because they wouldn't tell you about their doctor, their husband, their prescriptions. They like you. They could definitely trust you. But the two
Mm-hmm.
things that we didn't create was what? We did not create doubt and urgency. We got to
Okay.
create doubt. This
Okay.
is where you do it in and up. Here's the best thing about it. You ready for this? Even
Mm-hmm.
step three for active link benefits. If you don't know something, hey guys, me and Katie in your in and up thread, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I need some help because just say, I need help. I just need it in and up. Right. And that doesn't mean it's got to be necessarily step six. It just might mean you get on the phone and say, hey, Ashley, I know you're the benefits coordinator, you're a benefits specialist. And what's that company again that specializes in the dental for seniors? Like you might have a mind fart, right? And you're like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember where I am in the presentation. She might say over and over again, I'm good, I'm good. I've got it through my work. I'm a teacher. Guess what? Great. Good cop, bad cop. I am so glad, Miss Johnson, that you have all that taken care of. Direction. This is what we're going to do next. That should be one of the best power phrases you have in the entire presentation over and over and over. This is what we're going to do next. This is what we're going to do next, Miss Johnson. This is what we're going to do next. I'm going to go ahead and call my benefit specialist, and we're going to see if there's any other entitlements on behalf of the state since you're a teacher that you're
Mm-hmm.
not missing out on. What did I just do? Created doubt and I created urgency. So when I get on the phone, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so awesome that you're a part of the, what is it? The state life insurance program that seniors get, not seniors, but when you retire, you get a $10,000 life insurance policy. I want to say you pay 20 bucks a month. That is absolutely phenomenal. I'm so proud of you, but that's all you get. That's not even the price of a barrel right now, Miss Johnson. And then guess what? As a benefits coordinator or a specialist, I'm going to edify you and then I'm going to sit there and say, listen, this is what we need to do next. Because you don't have a policy, Miss Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Teachers don't get a policy. It's just some retirement number that they call. It sucks. So in other words, like they don't even have proof. So we have to call this teacher association number for retirees, and they tell
Mm-hmm.
me over the phone, oh, it's 20 bucks a month, $10,000. That's it. But you wouldn't have known that, which is fine. I don't expect you to research it, know it, because once you hear it once, you'll always remember. So the next time you see a teacher, you'll always remember it. Transition to step four, we don't ask who they have with their life insurance until we get to that like fifth slide where we say, this is what we're going to do next. We're going to ensure that your policy will never expire. We're going to make sure that your premiums won't increase. And we're also going to find out what entitlements and upgrades you might have available on behalf of that association with the teachers. Do you see? Like I'm playing good cop here. I am in your favor. I am so glad you have life insurance.
Okay.
There's a reason why I also record this so you can have it too. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Um,
Thank you.
so create doubt, create urgency, do it in and up in every single house. I don't care if it's at step three. I don't care if you feel like there ain't nothing there. I don't care if the person says I've got life insurance and I'm good at not getting it. And say, be a good cop. That is awesome. I'm so proud of you for having life insurance. This is what we're going to do next. I'm going to go ahead and contact my benefit specialist, make sure I didn't miss anything out when it comes to all of your benefits on behalf of, active link benefits, prescriptions, vision, hearing, dental, and final expenses because you served as a Navy vet or because you were whatever their previous career, because you were in nursing. Let me
Mm-hmm.
make sure and find out because if they're veteran, I can go and tell you where to get veteran stuff. It's like the veteran affairs. Next, we tell people what to do. I know it feels really weird. That's a very big adjustment. It's like telling your kids a direction instead of saying, what would you guys like for dinner tonight? What do you think they're going to say? Pizza, mom, and mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, as a parent, we need to give them a choice. We have to say, hey, listen, we can have salmon or grilled chicken. Which one would you like? So I'm leading them to two really great options. So, Miss Johnson, go grab your prescriptions. Miss Johnson, go grab your policy. And that's all I have for you. The thing that you are wanting to develop in a skill set is that art of negotiation. It's the art of assumptive selling. It's allowing your words to work in your favor so that is like when I say that kind of skill set, that is not an average skill set. That is an above average skill set for someone that's making eight, nine, 10,000 plus dollars a month. If you know it now, though, you're going to be unstoppable. I want to say that there is a book. It's actually really good. It's called The Art of War. There's another one I want to say, The Art of Negotiation. Just type it in on Google and,
Mm-hmm.
feel free to send me any like, hey, what do you think about this book? Or what do you think about this author?
Yeah.
That is what I have for you.
Okay.
Questions?
Um, well, one thing about the if the person's not there, or if like the home one of the homes I went to, she was like, she hasn't been here for like 4 years. And I'm like,
Ah,
great, great. But she was young. She probably was like 30, you know. But I said, okay. And I looked around the neighborhood. I'm like, huh. Well, if you don't know where she maybe does the neighbor know?
okay.
And she said, well, actually, she said, yes. She said, if you see a silver car in that driveway, she said, you stop by the house because I bet you she's already told me that she's friends with her. So she might know where she lives.
Great
I
job.
said, done. I
Yeah,
said, fine. I live maybe 20 minutes from here. I'm sure I'll be circling back by here, later this week. If I see a silver car, I will definitely stop by.
great job. And so you would actually put that, you can even create a lead on Naka Pro where it's almost like a blank lead. Okay. The data lead
Okay.
I told you about, it's just like a free data lead. So instead of paying 50 cents for a data lead, it's a free lead that you create. Okay. So absolutely, I'd recommend that. That's what I would say. To this day, I even like doing that. I know once you get really used to it, you don't even need a lead, like a blank lead,
Mm-hmm.
their name and address.
Mm-hmm.
You could just straight up just go up to them. The number one agent that we had, it's Greg DiTomaso. He's on the Powerhouse team. The dude, I think, was number one agent for 2 years in a row, and he's always in the top 15. Um,
Mm-hmm.
hey, his first 2 years with us, he never bought one lead, never bought a lead. All he did was straight up go to what he thought a senior's home would look like. So he would go into lower to lower class, little middle class-ish. But if there was a Buick, if there was a I love Jesus flag,
Mm-hmm.
be sitting on the front porch, he would just straight up go to them. He without
Mm-hmm.
a lead, postcard,
Mm-hmm.
straight up go, hey, I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Greg DiTomaso. I'm the senior benefits coordinator here in the area. Do you see? So, and they just were like, cool, let's go. Number one agent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now he buys
Wow.
leads just because I don't know why, but he now buys
Mhm.
leads. So
Mhm.
that's what I've got for you. I want
Good.
you to start reading and studying that art of negotiation. Okay. It's going to develop a lot of confidence because of the words that you're using. Great job.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
Well, thank you.
Going to make a lot of
Appreciate it.
money. May is going to be your best month that you've ever experienced. What's been your top income month in life? Take home is what?
Oh gosh, like $2,000.
2000 has been your top income. Okay. So Angela, remember and I'll end on this. Okay. If you're gonna make so much freaking money even if you suck, okay? Because if you
Yeah.
keep doing and like make sure your schedule, whatever time you come back home or what have you, but dude, you're gonna be unstoppable, legit. I just need you to sharpen that saw because think about it like this: a employee is gonna think, hey, I didn't make a sale today. An employee thinks I didn't make a sale, I'm not gonna get paid. Yes, that's what a business owner thinks too. But a business owner
Mhm.
also understands the numbers. Just like
Mhm.
money is a game, this business that you're in is a game. It's
Mhm.
all activity, but you've got the average skill set to be making right now $5,000 to $6,000 a month. We just need the activity to catch up. That's it. So don't get bummed out. Don't say, I haven't read all the, I think I read some of the text, but don't, what's the word? Frustration's good because that shows that there's a sign of something missing.
Right.
See?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but frustration is good because you have an investment in this. So it should be frustrating, but not to the point where it stresses you out, eats you alive. No,
Mhm.
it's literally it's just little tiny tweaks that you got to do and that's it. And then you're going to be relentless. It's going to be awesome. Okay. So, but
Okay.
I want you to play to the numbers. You need 10 to 15 presentations this week because
Okay.
I don't care. And this is where it's hard for new agents to hear this. I don't care if you have zero sales this week and you do 10 to 15 presentations. Legit.
Okay.
Okay. I
Okay.
want you not to focus on the result. I want you to solely focus strictly, I need to get 10, which means if you're divvying it out and you're on time management mode, I need to have 3 presentations a day. Let me stretch it to 4 if I can, because
Okay.
then what you're doing is you're creating momentum. Even if you suck and the numbers are in your favor, guess what's going to happen? You're going to make a sale this week, two, three, four. And you see the difference? You're going to probably make this week more than you made in a month. Legit. You just gotta believe it. I know you believe it. Just don't be so hard on yourself. Okay?
Mm-hmm. It
Cool.
makes me ready for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It should piss you off. Like, but
Yeah.
it's not in a bad way. It's like this is like it's a
Yeah.
game. Like it's
Mhm.
now second, like you just I mean, you just had it's like getting the ball thrown to you and you don't make a touchdown. Okay, cool. Well, guess what? We still have, another half in the game. We have three
Mhm.
quarters left. We're good. So, but
Mhm.
come Wednesday, if
Mhm.
you've already played two quarters and you're at a
Mhm.
zero, it's like game on. I need to talk to Katie or Ashley tonight for 10 minutes. Look, it's so do you see how it's structuring where I'm trying to what's the word? I'm trying to teach you how to eliminate the fluff. Tell me what you need. So then we can get really laser like in
Gotcha.
your solutions.
Got it. Okay.
Good
Done.
job. Proud of you.
Okay.
Go over the report.
Perfect. Well,
Proud of you.
thank you. All
You're
right.
welcome.